Hi guys, I'm here with Dominga Paloma Sour, which is the September 2021 Blender Project Cellar release, wood cellar release. And this beer actually, of course, is a part of the Dominga kind of profile family now, Dominga being the mimosa sour. We actually came out with both of the prototypes for Dominga, both the mimosa and this smoked Paloma Sour in the Cellar Club as a kind of very small batch R&D one-off for our Cellar Club members, kind of an exclusive. And this one, the Dominga Mimosa Sour actually launched to be a national brand, which is pretty cool because it started there. And then Dominga Paloma Sour, actually, this is a one-off, and there's limited time only, and then there's one time only, and this is one time only because this is probably the craziest beer that I've ever had the pleasure of being part of. This is kind of a collaborative process with some of our friends. So many different kind of inlets of inspiration, but when it came down to it, we decided let's do something a la that kind of same. Very fruity, like a little bit sour, like, you know, that more tart, very sessionable and very brunchable. But of course, as you know, brunch could be any time. So Dominga Paloma Sour, it's actually a smoked Paloma Sour, this one. It started off kind of the same thing as the base of Dominga, but in this one time only release, we enlisted our friends at Troubadour Maltings right down the street in Fort Collins, Colorado. They make amazing craft, like small batch malting products, and we decided to do the entire batch, this big, large brew house batch with only their malts. So we started with, you know, some of their type of Pilsner, their type of kind of pale Munich-y malts, and then we decided that we wanted to try to do something they've never done before, and that's a smoked malt. And because we were doing a Paloma, which is basically a grapefruit based tequila drink, we decided to make the tequila the mezcal. And the mezcal is very, very smoky. And so we decided to kind of make this riff off of the mezcal Paloma or grapefruit cocktail. So we started off with the really beautiful base malts from Troubadour. We added a ton of ruby red grapefruit juice to that and to that brew, and then that's where the kind of the fun stuff started happening. We decided one of those malts was going to be smoked. We took one of their malts called Ballad and took that, made these really fun boxes. Called some of our friends the Holbrooks from South Texas Organics. They are one of the only organic citrus producers I know, and definitely one of the only grapefruit organic citrus producers. Called those guys. Russ and Holbrook answered the phone, and I told him all about this project, and he told me, you know, I'm not really a grapefruit wood grower, I'm a grapefruit grower. And so he was so hospitable and really liked the whole kind of idea, pruned a bunch of grapefruit trees for us and sent us these giant crates of grapefruit wood. So now we have organic grapefruit wood. We're at our friends at Troubadour. They have never made a smoked malt, so now we need a smoker. So we call our friends at Dryland Distillery, Dryland Distillers down in Longmont. They have a smoker because they make a smoked cactus, prickly pear cactus liquor, and it is, you know, it's not tequila, it's not agave, but it is this amazing kind of mezcal-esque prickly pear smoked spirit. And so they had this giant smoker, so we went down to Longmont and one of their friends' farms. You understand this is like their friends. So we're at one of their friends' farms, we're borrowing their smoker. They're smoking prickly pear cacti paddles. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then we have our little boxes of malt that we are smoking in there. So that, just so you know what kind of adventure this is, that one thing that we're talking about forever, that's 1% of the malt bill. But that 1% of the malt bill made so much difference. And it's not a really smoky beer, and that's the fun thing about that is you're like, oh, I don't like smoked beers. That's okay, because this is just part of this grapefruit, lime, salt, smoked malt, kind of like all kind of coming together with a little bit of sour beer, about 25% sour beer out of our foeders. And each one of those things, that sounds like so much, but if you take a sip, you will actually, you'll taste all those amazing good custom malts. You'll taste a little bit of that smoke. It's almost like a little clovey, a little herbal-esque, along with that grapefruit, a lot of lime essence and grapefruit essence, and a lot of love, a lot of sour, and a pinch of salt at the end. And what does that salt do? It really is enhancer. So you think about putting salt on a tomato or salt on a lemon or anything like that around the rim of a margarita, and it actually enhances and brings out the mouthfeel and sweetness into a beverage, or in a fruit or a beverage. And so that is the Dominga Paloma Sour. It is a lot of work, a big adventure, a lot of fun for a very small, one-time only product. And I just want to say thank you guys, because after 23 years of doing this same thing, I can tell you that no day has been the same, and this has been some of the most fun I've ever had here. Cheers.